Today I want to share with you a few things that you can do to lose belly fat. Number one is be mobile throughout the day. Try to reach 10,000 steps. Why is this important? You want to be mobile throughout the day. So much of our culture and our lifestyle now is centered around sitting. If you have a job that requires you to sit for 8 to 10 hours a day at a desk, in front of a computer screen, or on the phone, you need to offset that. And one of the ways you can do that is by walking. So that might mean taking a few 5 to 10 minute walk breaks throughout the day in order to stand up and start moving, in order for you to reach 10,000 steps. That's important. Even if you're working out for an hour a day, what are you doing for the other 23 hours out of the 24 hours in the day? Well, if you're sleeping for 8 to 10 hours and you're commuting 1 hour each way, sitting in a car or a train, that's 2 hours. If you're eating 2 to 3 times a day, that's 2 to 3 hours. Plus, if you're working 8 to 10 hours, that's 22 or 23 hours in the 24-hour window that your body is stagnant. You have to offset that. You have to move. So as a rule of thumb, if you can get more than 10,000 steps in a day, that means you're staying mobile throughout the day. The second thing that you can do to lose belly fat is stick to an eating window. And that eating window can be adjusted based on your schedule. But a good rule of thumb is to not break fast until around noontime. So your first meal, instead of being at 7 or 8 or 9 o'clock, try to have your first meal around noontime. Then cut your last meal off around 8 p.m. This is a 16-8 window. That means for 16 hours out of the day, your body is not consuming any foods, just water or some type of fluids. And then for those 8 other hours, you can consume as little or as much as you want. But that's the eating window that you want to stick with. What this does is it allows your body to burn calories through that non-eating window, and it starts to get your body in a rhythm as well. The third thing that you can do to lose some belly fat and some weight is consume single ingredient foods. And what does that mean? Well, if you take a look at the nutritional facts on the back of the food that you're eating, how much ingredients is in there? You want to do your best to stick with foods that are single ingredient. So when you look at the back of the label and it has the ingredients, it's just one ingredient. Some examples of that are most vegetables like peppers, broccoli, cucumbers, potatoes, tomatoes, or fruit, bananas, kiwi, apples. Those are one single ingredient. Same thing with your poultry, your fish, your meat. Those are single ingredient foods. Those foods provide your body with the proper nutrients it needs in order to lose weight. You want to try to avoid or limit foods that have multiple ingredients or processed foods. So the next time that you go to eat something, look at the back of the nutrition label and see how many ingredients does that food product have. If it has multiple ingredients, one, be aware of what those ingredients are. And two, if it has a lot of ingredients with names that you can't pronounce, you probably want to avoid that. As a rule of thumb, stick with single ingredient whole foods. Those are going to be the most beneficial nutritional foods for you. The last thing you want to try to do every day in order to lose the belly fat, lose some weight, have some weight management, is drink 3/4 to a gallon of water daily. Now, this might depend on your weight or your size, how tall you are, but generally, if you have a hydro flask of 32 ounces, you want to fill that up 3 to 4 times a day. So let's recap. 4 things that you can do to lose belly fat, help with weight management. Number 1, stay mobile throughout the day. Try to walk 10,000 steps. Number 2, eat single ingredient whole foods. Try to avoid the processed foods as much as possible. Number 3, Try to consume 3/4 to a gallon of water daily. Hydrate properly throughout the day. And the last one, stick to an eating window, preferably 11 to 7, 12 to 8. Those are 4 things that will help with losing your belly fat and weight.